We have a Fender Vibrochamp to take a look at today. It's the owner says it was making a lot of bad noises, and then it would just quit making any noise at all. And now he turns it on and nothing comes out. So that could be a lot of things, but we are going to check it out. This is probably somewhere around a 1970. I don't know. I don't look these things up to find out exactly what year they are, but I did find out, and you'll see later in the video that it is the AB 764 circuit and not the AA. So anyway, let's get the amp pulled out of the cabinet and up on the bench, and we're going to take a look at it and see what's going on. So this thing doesn't look like it's ever really been touched. It's got the old navy blue blob caps that came in that era, and then the Mallory bypass caps. So, and the carbon comp resistors. None of this has ever been touched. And I'm going to check most of it out before I decide to change any of it. The filter caps are in that can. There's a 40, a 20, and a 20 in there, which makes that the AB 764. The AA 764 had 320s. You can see here, I pulled both schematics, and you can see that first capacitor on that and the AA is a 20 microfarad at 450 volts. And of course, the one that's in this particular can is a 40 microfarad. I tested it already, which is what came with the AB 764. I'm going to go through here and test resistor values on most of the resistors on that board. And they all come out actually about right. Now, I know the cathode resistor for the 6V6 is not going to be right. It's a 470 ohm, and I tell you right now it's not enough. So here I'm going to go, after I do all the test all those resistors, I'm going to put this on the current limiter, and I'm going to see what we're getting on that 6V6. And we're looking at about 40 milliamps and maybe 370. And we'll see where it settles out. And I'll just do some quick math. And we are well over 14 watts, which is too high. And I'm on the current limiter, so it's actually worse than that. But because I haven't changed out any of the capacitors yet, I didn't want to just plug it straight into power. So I'm going to go ahead and change out some of the suspect especially the coupling capacitors, because they can do some damage if they're leaky. So I'm going to just change all those out. There's no real good way to test those in circuit. You can pull one end and test for voltage and go down the line, but these polyester film capacitors are not expensive. So I'm just going to change all of them and make sure that we don't have any issues. So anyway, I'll get them all changed out, and then what I'll end up doing is running another test on full power. Then we can find out exactly where we are, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be too high because of the wall voltage changes since the late 60s and early 70s. So now we're on full voltage. Yeah, we're 42 milliamps at 365 volts. So that's just too high. Do a little quick math. That 6V6 just won't last any time at all when you run them that high. So that's 15.33. So that's well over 14. So yeah, we gotta tame that down. So I changed out the value on that cathode resistor, and I think I'm at this point. I had to change it a couple times because I wasn't getting much of a reaction. So I've got an 830 ohm, 820 or 830, I can't remember which, resistor in there, and it finally got down below 14 watts of dissipation. One of the problems with cathode biasing is resistors at this power rating. This is a 2-watt resistor. They don't come in very small increments, so you're kind of stuck with whatever you can get. I think I went from 750 to 820 or something like that. So you can't nail it exactly. So we'll run these numbers and see what we get. And 12.75, that's perfect. We're running close to 90%. We're just going to go with that. So, we're going to go ahead and get this thing back together, test it out, and see what we have. I tried doing this live, but I just can't seem to get the sound right using my phone. And I don't have a better setup for that. So what I end up having to do is just record it through, through the SM57 into my DAW and put it on the same video. At this point, that's the best way I can do it. You don't want to see me play anyway. Yeah, I'm using a little reverb pedal with just a slight amount of reverb on it, and that's really the only modifications I've made to the sound. Otherwise, it's just out of the amp, into the mic, and into the computer. The vibrato works just fine. Now I have a Fender amp that I bought brand new back in 1972, and I have yet to use the vibrato on it. And we're not gonna start now. Thanks for watching.